It's a word that comes with a lot of baggage. But what word doesn't anymore? I don't have a real problem with capitalism as long as we're talking about the same thing. I'm resistant, and I've told people right from me that, I don't want you to say that the Bible teaches capitalism. I don't believe it does. Now, and I say that, people go, whoa, you just said Western civilization was created because of Christianity. Here's what I believe. Get back to these principles. I believe that there are all these principles, economic principles, that God wove into the fabric of creation. And I think that we have to understand what they are. We have to understand how to go out and use them. And then those of us who've been called to the business world, we have to be very clear, understand what they are, and be able to use them in a way to bring flourishing. But we also need to be able to go out and observe existing systems, business systems that are out there already, and see, okay, how do those match up to the principles that God has established? So let's look at capitalism, communism, socialism. Okay, let's take those three. The illustration I gave earlier about property rights. Okay, capitalism, property rights, check, big check, that's good. Socialism, no property rights. So if there are no property rights in socialism, right, we don't own the means of production, how then can socialism and Christianity work together? And I think you have to answer that question if you're going to proceed down that route. Communism has the same problem. There are no property rights. You don't own anything. State owns everything. So if the scripture tells us that property rights are so important, how can we walk down the road to communism and still say we believe what the scripture says? So I think that's the way you have to begin to kind of think through these things. Is there a better system out there than capitalism? Maybe there is. Maybe we just haven't found it yet. But for right now, as far as I can see, it aligns more with the principles that are taught in Scripture than anything else out there. So I'm okay using it. And I think if you understand how it's been used correctly, it's created more wealth in the last, since the 1700s than we've ever seen ever in the history of the world. And I think that's a good thing, particularly when that wealth is rechanneled. That'll bring more flourishing. When it's not, there's an issue. So, and that's where we're at now, right? So, and that's where a lot of the discussion is. So I think it's very important.